Opening narration audiobook title: The Legacy of Joseph R. Waker, Jr. Built different. Crowned before the world knew my name. This is not a tribute. This is not a request. This is a declaration. The name is Joseph R. Waker, Jr. And whether you say it out loud or bury it in silence, history already etched it in stone. Before the ink of approval ever touched a document, before any school board cast a vote, before the applause that never came, he had already shattered every ceiling they built to contain him. This is not a story for the timid. This is not a polite collection of accomplishments wrapped in ribbons and red tape. This is a war record, a scroll of fire, a living document of what it looks like when a black man dares to outrun expectation, outwork rejection, and outperform every lie told about his people. This is the truth they didn't want written, the legacy they didn't want taught, the man they couldn't mold, control, or define. So instead, they tried to ignore him. But you can't ignore the sun. You can't overlook thunder. You can't bury a king and expect silence from the earth. Joseph R. Waker, Jr. was not built for boxes. He was born to build thrones. At just 14 years old, he held both his driver's and motorcycle license, a feat unheard of in the state of Alabama. Not handed to him, earned. Not luck, discipline. While most teenagers were trying to pass algebra, he was mastering machinery, maneuvering roads, and making history before the state even had a category for him. At 19 years old, he became the first black male instructor at Lincoln High School in South Carolina, teaching grown men the very subject matter that would elevate futures. Not just qualified, certified, not just present, essential. He stood in front of classrooms and commanded knowledge, while systems full of cowardice sat in silence, too threatened to say his name. He was the first and only black male crowned king at Emma P. Flowers Elementary, a predominantly white school in Alabama. That wasn't tokenism. That was undeniable brilliance breaking through bias. He graduated from college before finishing high school. 2 degrees, same day, unmatched. While the rest of the world was debating his worth, he was already walking in purpose, precision, and power. He became the first black American to earn certification, to teach the same aviation curriculum he mastered. A student turned instructor, a learner turned leader, a black man turned blueprint. He stepped into the ring as a world underground kickboxing champion, light heavyweight division, and left as a legend. Not just for the titles, but for the fury wrapped in focus. For the ability to fight systems just like he fought opponents, unflinching and unafraid. He became the holder of more business licenses, degrees, and certifications in Washington, D.C. than anyone in its recorded history. While others chased paper, he built empires. He didn't follow paths, he paved them. So when the school board said no, when the superintendent declined the request to recognize his dual graduation, it wasn't just an oversight. It was a window into the war that black excellence still has to fight. This was not about missing a celebration. This was about denying a legacy. And we will not let that legacy be erased. Because if this world refuses to honor greatness, we will build our own stage. We will raise our own banners. We will echo his name across generations. We will archive every win. We will document every first, and we will say with our full chest what the system was too scared to admit. Joseph R. Waker, Jr. is not just a man. He is a movement. He is the proof. He is the prophecy fulfilled. He is the king that sat in silence, but walked with thunder. He is the name that will be written in bold across the scroll of time. So let this audiobook be the sound of truth colliding with silence. Let every word be a blow to the chains of erasure. Let every chapter be a monument carved in memory. And let every listener walk away knowing there are still legends walking among us. You're about to meet one. And from this moment forward, you can never say you didn't know. This is the legacy of Joseph R. Waker Jr., and history just stood up.
No. They ain't wanna crown him, so he built his own throne. They ain't wanna see him win, so he kicked in the door and made the world take notes. This for every legend they tried to silence. Joseph R. Waker Jr. built different, born war, breathed history.
Built different, they can't box me in. Crowned as a king with a warrior's grin. Ran through the system, still didn't bend. Graduated twice, they ain't clapped in. They ain't named me, so I named myself. I ain't need a hand, I became the help. While they played safe, I became the proof. Black excellence dripping, I'm the living truth.
College degree before high school out, 2 diplomas same day. What they talking about? I was in flight school while they missed the bell. Certified, verified, gave them educated hell. 14, license in my back jeans. 2 wheels, 1 dream, no vaccine. No shots could stop with the most high plan. I was destined to fly, they don't understand. Taught school at 19, taught growing men, while they still trying to figure how to hold a pen. Aviation, the nation, I built my wings. Didn't wait on dreams, I became the thing.
I was built different, they can't box me in. Crowned as a king with a warrior's grin. Ran through the system, still didn't bend. Graduated twice, they ain't clapped in. They ain't named me, so I named myself. I ain't need a hand, I became the help. While they played safe, I became the proof. Black excellence dripping, I'm the living truth.
M.P. Flowers, white school, black king. Gave me the crown, I ain't miss a thing. Didn't bow to hate, I stood in light. First and only, yeah, I earned that right. Kickboxing champ, light, heavy steel, fists like fire, but my soul stayed real. They ain't give awards, I made my lane. Silent hero, nah, speak with flame. Decertified, licensing stacking, degrees, businesses, legacy packing. More paper than they know what to do, while they sleeping on greatness. I broke through, denied by the board, we'll write our own scroll. He ain't need your yes, he already hold. They feared his light, so they dim the stage. But a true king don't need permission to blaze. This for the boys, they said ain't enough. For the ones too loud, too bold, too tough. For the ones who shine, but they block the shine. Keep climbing, you already divine. I'm Joseph R. Waker Jr., put that in gold. More history in me than your records hold. I'm the blueprint y'all tried to deny, but my legacy louder than every lie.
I was built different, they can't box me in. Crowned as a king with a warrior's grin. Ran through the system, still didn't bend. Graduated twice, they ain't clapped in. They ain't named me, so I named myself. I ain't need a hand, I became the help. While they played safe, I became the proof. Black excellence dripping, I'm the living truth.
When the world wouldn't clap, he clapped back. When the crown was hidden, he dug through dirt and wore it anyway. Joseph R. Waker Jr., the record they couldn't erase, the name they'll never forget.
Closing narration, sample, chapter. So now you know. Now you've seen what they tried to hide behind clipped emails and quiet rejections. Now you've heard the name they didn't want to echo, the truth they didn't want documented, the legend they didn't want lit like fire in the next generation's mind. But fire doesn't ask for permission. It just burns. Joseph R. Waker Jr. didn't wait to be crowned. He walked like royalty through a world that mistook silence for strength. He showed us that greatness doesn't always come with fanfare. Sometimes it comes in the form of discipline, sacrifice, and unstoppable will. And for every young boy watching, every dreamer denied, every record unrecognized, this is your proof that legacy can't be voted on. You are not waiting on recognition. You are walking in purpose. And kings don't need approval. They need memory. So to every listener, carry his name. Say it loud. Say it right. Say it when the stage goes quiet and the spotlight fades. Joseph R. Waker Jr. was here. He is still here.
They try to dim the light, but he was born a flame.
try to erase the fight, but they gon' remember his name. Didn't ask for a crown, but I wore it well. Walked through storms and I never fell. I was built by the heat, I was shaped in the trial. My life ain't a moment, it's a legacy file. From the chalkboard to the ring, I stood tall. Black king in a world that hoped I'd crawl. But I broke every limit, shattered every lie. Now I rise with the wind and the fire in my eye. Crowned in the fire, raised in the storm. I was born for this battle, I was purpose-formed. No applause could define me, no silence erase. I'm the name in the echo, I'm the proof in the flame. I am the voice they can't deny, I am the king they tried to hide. But now I shine, brighter and higher, forever crowned in the fire. This ain't hype, this is history. This ain't ego, this is legacy. I did what they said no one could, taught when they thought I should be taught. Graduated twice while they blinked, built while they doubted, and still they couldn't stop. No applause could define me, no silence erase. I'm the name in the echo, I'm the proof in the flame. I am the voice they can't deny, I am the king they tried to hide. But now I shine, brighter and higher, forever crowned in the fire.
Joseph R. Waker Jr. He didn't need permission. He didn't need applause. He needed only the truth. And now, the world will never forget.